these are way more difficult games than people give you credit for in college basketball. And that's the reason you don't see a lot of games like this. And you won't till they change the way that they're viewed by the committee and others. I mean, to come play a really, really good mid-major team on the road is way more difficult than any algorithm will give you credit for, and every coach knows it. And that's why people will avoid it at all costs. As everybody in here knows, this is a contract that goes back a long time that we inherited, and I thought this game was unbelievable for our team. I think every time I've coached against Darren, which was once while I was at UNC Greensboro, now 3 times here, I've been incredibly impressed with the job he does. He's a great basketball coach. That is a very well-coached team. They're going to compete to win their league, and that was really good for us tonight. Like I'm really proud of the way that we handled some adversity, but because of the way the rules are, we're not doing games like this, and I wish they would change them because it's so good for our team. I thought this was good for us tonight. I thought we got better tonight. I think there's a lot of things that happen out there tonight that we can learn from. So anyway, I'm very pleased with the win. I'm pleased with the experience for our growth, and I think Darren's going to have a heck of a team. They lose at Purdue, Florida State, and obviously they had to be upset with the way they played against Nichols the other night in a game they should have won. But he's a great coach. That's a damn good basketball team. They're going to figure it out. I thought early, man, they made a ton of. They felt like they made every shot over the top. Like I thought we had some really good possessions early, and they just made everything. Again, they played really well there for stretches in the first half. We made some defensive errors, and every time we made a halfway error, they made it. You know, I mean, we make one little error in transition. Jizzle doesn't sprint back and talk. They make a 3. So I think that'll be good for our learning, but it made it a type of game that we had to figure some things out, and I thought that was good for us in a way that we haven't been tested the first 3 games. CMOS, you know, you guys, my mom will be texting about CMOS tonight. I mean, anybody can look at that and know that. You know, people have been asking me about how he's been playing, if I'm surprised. And I don't ever put too much stock into a couple games here or there, but I do get to see him every day. You guys get to only see these games. What I'm not surprised about is I see it every day in practice. And he just continues to work on his game and get better and better. And it's not some streak or stretch. He'll be like this all year because, guys, he's a pretty damn good player. Having Day back was such a lift to our team. I thought he was really dang good at times defensively. The turnovers, we got somebody popping in. Who is it?
Dylan and Dan.
Yeah, y'all can come in. I might start talking about Dylan not getting around in the post and getting sealed for a layup in the first half. You guys can come on in.
No, we just want to say good game, Coach Lake.
Thanks, Dylan. Love you too.
You're with it, Coach, my guy.
Thanks. We got a good group of kids. They're fun. I wish you guys got to see what I get to see every day because they're fun to be around. I do love them. But I thought Day gave us just a tremendous lift. I just having him out there, and I thought he had some great plays. He put so much more pressure on the paint. Like him and Dan are 2 guys that they put so much more pressure on the paint with their ability to drive. And that really opened the game up for us in the second half. When he was out there, he's so good defensively. And he had some careless turnovers, but he's been out and hadn't played a lot of basketball, so that's to be expected. And then, you know, there was a lot of things I wasn't pleased with, but I was pleased. I was pleased with the way we responded in the second half. And I told the guys in there, we'll enjoy it tonight, and we'll talk about the rebounding tomorrow. Okay, so if you guys are some of the careless turnovers, and we had a chance to kind of close the game out. So if you guys think that I'm just going to be some happy dude, I'm not, but I'm going to let these guys enjoy it, and then we'll address some of the things we got to learn from tonight.
What about the rebounding?
It stinks. I mean, it's atrocious. Now, give Northern Kentucky credit because those dudes crash in a different way than the first 3 teams we played. You know, and some of the things that we've been harping on in practice with our guys about rebounding habits, and they're kind of looking at you like, well, yeah, coach, but I can get the ball. Man, It's like, nah, we got beat to the damn thing tonight. They were the more physical team on the board tonight. And I think that'll be really good for us to make a point, because we will be a good rebounding team. I promise you that. We emphasize that every second of every day. But I think tonight it was atrocious. I'm pissed about it. I'm going to let everybody enjoy this one till about midnight, and we will address that tomorrow. And I told them walking out, guys, we'll address the rebounding tomorrow. And they kind of nodded their heads like, yeah, we know it's coming. And then I thought we made some errors. They capitalized, it felt like, every time we did. And I thought those turnovers out front, when we kind of had the game in hand, we could have had the game in hand to kind of keep it a game. I was really disappointed in those plays. I thought they were careless plays, and we got to be able to close games out better. But it's the first time we've been in that situation this year, so something we'll learn from.
What's the value of this game with Georgia Tech and Villanova on the road and Dayton neutral coming up?
Yeah, again, you guys, I'm starting to learn this with y'all's questioning, and they're all good questions, but you guys are the greatest at the narratives. I leave the narratives aside. What I'll tell you, I don't know about what's coming up and what's not. I don't get into all that. But what I do know is this game had a lot of value for our team. That was very, very good for our team. We got better tonight. We had some good things we're going to be able to build on tonight, and we did some terrible things that we're going to be able to learn from tonight. That was awesome. The environment was great. I said this on the radio. Man, we were in here 2 years ago, and that was a bad night. And I couldn't help remember that walking through here today and going back to that same locker room and all that. But I was so happy about this, how much damn red and black there were in that arena tonight. I loved it. I didn't like it. I loved it. It meant a lot to me. It meant a lot to our team. Like, we love it. But keep coming. Like, if we play on the North Pole, I want to see some red and damn black. Okay, so it was awesome to see we got the bridge and all the crap going on with that. And it was awesome to see so many Bearcats in this arena tonight, so I really appreciated that as well.
You've talked about you guys should still be able to rebound without Dan, but does it take a certain adjustment, or does it basically just boil down to effort in that area to be able to rebound?
Yeah, it's not, we'll take a look at the tape and use it to teach. It's not always that simple.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a coach, hell yes, we can give a better effort to rebound. And trust me, we're making that point every time out. But some of it is technique and habits too. And it's just like anything. I sat talking to one of my coaching buddies last night on the phone at another school. And, we were laughing on the phone because, guys, everybody gives effort at this level of basketball. I mean, I didn't play a game in the Big 12 last year where people didn't play hard. Like, just giving effort ain't good enough. It's got to be effort plus technique plus focus plus discipline. And you got to have those habits. And that's all those things combined are what's going on with our rebounding. But we'll have a chance to really teach and learn from tonight.
In the first half, that's when the rebounding gap was wide, right? But in the second half, you guys matched them. What do you feel like? I know you haven't been able to look at the tape or whatnot, but what do you feel like was the difference from the first to the second half?
Hey, listen, all I can see in my head right now are the second half rebounds we didn't get, the loose balls we didn't get. I mean, we give up one, they throw it out for a three, so it wasn't even just the rebound. We don't do a good job of getting matched after we give one up. I mean, I know the numbers are a little better in the second half. They missed more, so we got to rebound more. So, there's a lot more. The fact of the matter is they got way too many damn offensive rebounds. I'm pissed about it, and we didn't get enough. And it'll be that simple. We'll use the tape to address it, but the numbers were a little better in the second half. I'm not sure we were a heck of a lot better in the second half either.
Wes, Jizzle James really facilitator and scoring in the first half. What can you say about getting your team going on the road in this environment tonight?
Yeah, I said this on the radio. This is the greatest compliment I can give a player. I said, man, I didn't even think Jizzle was that good tonight. And they said, well, what do you expect? So I expect him to be the best point guard in college basketball. So, and then you look down and look at his line, it's pretty damn good, isn't it? And he had some really good moments. So when I say I didn't think he was that good tonight, it's because we ain't seen nothing yet, guys. I see it in practice all the time. Jizzle James is a big-time player. And he did some good things, and he had a nice night for you guys. For me, he ain't even close yet.
Did he help keep things balanced when everything's going awry in that first half? You guys were rebounding well, but you look down at his box, and I think it was 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 efforts. It seemed like he was doing everything for you guys in
The,
that first half.
the thing about just, you know what you're getting every single day. You walk in the gym and you know every single day you're going to get work ethic, focus, and a winning mentality. And that's every day. And I've coached them now for a year and a half, and I can't tell you a day I haven't gotten that. So, yes, it keeps us together. And not just in some game, but every day. And with Day-Day being out, there's been a lot on his shoulders here. He's done a really nice job. I thought Day-Day being back, I mean, it's going to help Jizzle in a lot of ways. It really is. It gives Jizzle a little bit of a breather.
Got time for one more. I feel like Tyler had his most impactful game so far. Is that what you're seeing, just more and more progression each and every week?
Yeah, I think the extended minutes for Tyler Betsy here to start the season are so valuable for his. I mean, him and Arrington Page, like, we can't play them enough early because they're so gifted and they're so important to this team. And so the more opportunities they get to play, the more minutes they play, I think the better that is for our team in a couple months. I just think they're both big-time players with big-time futures, and the quicker we can get them to grow into who they're going to be, the better our team's going to be. So I thought both of them had some really good moments tonight, and both of them had some things that we're going to learn from on the tape tomorrow. I know Tyler, 0 for 3 for his first 3 free throws. He's going to be kicking himself because he's a really good shooter, and he made a couple defensive errors. But he's getting better every single day, and he's working his tail off too. So is Arrington Page.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Marco.